Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Let's do a quick Progress Panel review, Progress Panel 101. I'm going to try to do as many of these as I can in the future, just so you guys can kind of get into the head and the mind of an orthodontist and how we screen panos. I made another video about this a day or two ago that you can watch, but another day, another pano. Let's do it. So let's just say I know nothing about this patient, and this happens all the time, that a pano is going to come in, it's a transfer patient, or it's a new patient who maybe already has ortho on. This is going to happen to you even if you're doing ortho in a GP or pediatric office. People are going to transfer. They might be, maybe they're looking for an orthodontist, or maybe they're transferring for their GP care, but they want to know if you do it. Will you take this case? Now, you should definitely check out all the content I've already made on Straightwire and braces transfer cases. I'm not going to get into the kind of the logic of this and the risks of transferring. I'm just looking at this panel and seeing what I see. And that's all I'm doing. So, and of course you take the data from what you see in the panel, and then you go ahead and take a look at the patient and then connect the dots to make your treatment plan or your problem list or your differential diagnosis list. That's actually my preference, is always to see the panel first before I see the patient. It doesn't always work that way. So, just kind of roll with it. Okay, so someone handed me this pano. I'm thinking, okay, obviously patient is in braces. Patient is maybe in the latter stages of braces because this wire looks thick and not thin. This is just something you can tell over time. This is definitely a rectangular wire, not a round wire, which tells me we are further down in treatment. I do see 4 wisdom teeth that should have been pulled out. Why are they still there? Obviously, this is one of those cases where probably the doctor said, hey, get these out. And the patient said, hey, can I not? And the doctor said, hey, can we try? And then they made a mistake. So, okay, please take wisdom teeth out in these cases. I would never have touched this case. So if this case came my way, I'd say, nah, not touching this till wisdom teeth come out. And I'd also say not touching this until not only wisdom teeth come out, but perio checks this defect that is likely going to happen after that wisdom teeth comes out. So, okay, so we got that. And then besides that, what the heck going on here? Could be an artifact, totally. Could be ghost image, totally. Might be, probably is. But guess what? We're taking a PA no matter what, just to make sure. And if something shows up in the PA, then we're taking a CBCT and getting it read. So I'm not proceeding even if there's artifacts. You have to have a clean image. You have to verify the clean image. Even if they came in with a panel from a year ago that didn't have it, guess what? Got to be a clean image. Could be a new situation. Okay, and besides that, only other thing maybe I'm seeing that's a bit of a red flag besides the wisdom teeth and whatever that ghost image is, let's see here, your band is clearly tilted, okay? Probably because they couldn't band it because there was a wisdom tooth there, which is why you got to get them out if they're partially erupted. Also, of course, they have a tendency to blow up back here, and having a band there is even worse. You're kind of adding to the problem. So this was never seated properly, so whatever angle this is at, it's not that bad, but it's not ideal. So ideally this comes out and this gets seated properly, or you can put a bracket on there. But the bracket is probably not strong enough, given that there's a long span here, it'll probably break. So it probably wasn't a bad idea to put a band on it. They just have to take this tooth out so that they can band it properly, and then we're all good. I do like that they put in a piece of tubing or a place of closed coil spring here. That shows me that they know what they're doing. Other thing I noticed that I like that just shows me this was a competent doctor. These are just little things I look for in panos, is the fact that they cinched the wires in the back. That's the sign of a good doctor who's cinching wires. That means they're thinking ahead, they're thinking next steps. They have a long span. They can see that's necessary. Probably not necessary to cinch the top if you're in a heavy wire, but the lower definitely necessary. All right, that's it. That's all. So definitely try doing this on your own. And if you ever want help on a case, we help you on a case or all your cases. And it doesn't have to be braces. It could be aligners, phase 1, airway, habits, whatever. So check it out, straightsmilesolutions.com. We also have courses. Thank you.